I seem to have fixed the problem for now in regards to earlier's video about my PC issues, but how is it going, guys? Fly here, back with another GTA 5 video, and today I'm actually going to be showing off the new faction upgrades, which is actually the faction custom Donk at Benny's original Motorworks garage. Now in this one, you're actually going to be able to see that it kind of deviates from the standard Benny's upgrades that we had on this previously in the Benny's garage updates, but now you can raise it to a ridiculous height. So I'm going to be showing off all of the upgrades, talking about my thoughts on it, and whether I think you guys should go and buy this, as it is very, very pricey. So, if you guys do end up enjoying the video, then be sure to support me with a like. It really does help me out more than you guys know. So, if you could do that, it would be very much appreciated. Now, let's jump on into it. So, this thing is far more interesting, I'd say, than the standard faction that we had in Benny's update previously. This thing has a bunch more liveries now, but more importantly, as you can probably notice, it's raised about 8 miles off the ground. Look how crazy this thing looks. It has massive rims, massive tyres on it, and you just, instead of being a lowrider amongst all of the other vehicles in this garage, you're now a high rider, I suppose. Anyway, so this thing, like I said, is a really, really cool car. The liveries on it look absolutely awesome. I actually picked the Cherry Popper livery just because I thought it looked a bit silly, and I spent a little while trying to pick a good colour for the background. So I'm with an absolute opposite, which was Ultra Blue, because I decided the contrast between the blue and the red was fairly sufficient, and I was happy with how it kind of looked, as it was the absolute polar opposites you could have. So, this thing is actually a really fun car to drive. It's a little bit hard to control at times because I actually maxed this out fully with high engine, like full engine transmission and turbo. And actually when you drive this round, you'll notice that you can easily skid out around corners, but also that you can easily drive over smaller cars. You're actually going to see in some of the gameplay later on that as I drive through, I actually managed to crash into some other cars, and managed to actually drive over them kind of accidentally. I didn't actually mean to do this. It was a bit of an eye-opener as just to how you're actually right in this car. Personally, I did find the overall upgrades for this in Benny's Motorworks garage a little bit disappointing in relation to some of the others. For example, I covered the Slam Van just earlier today in the video. You can go and find that on the channel. I'm very happy with that car. But I did find that this one, bar of course its massive rims and the fact that it has some very cool livery options, this thing was overall lacking in a few other kind of areas. For example, the exhaust and stuff. It was very lacking in that aspect. You can't take the roof off or anything, but you can have kind of a glass roof over the top in each of the 2 seats, or you can just have it completely clear, but you still have the main aspect, the main part of the roof. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on the hydraulics for this, but I'm sure if you did go for the hydraulics, it would be absolutely crazy bouncing this huge thing up and down on its suspension. So, definitely if you guys would like to check that out, go ahead and do it. I'd love to see that. Just send me a picture or something on Twitter at BuyFlat. There'll be a link in the description down below. But, this car, like I said, is a very fun one, but I'd say a little bit lacking in some of the upgrades. And there are a few things that are kind of inside the car. For example, you have the main interior things, nothing too exceptional there. But you do have some things that run in about the 38 to 50 grand range. The different interiors range from like zebra to leopard print as well, and then you can even go for some of the brand new Benny's OG wheels, I believe, which are actually kind of coming in the silver and gold styles, but can range anywhere from 63 grand to about 112 grand, which is crazy money that I didn't really want to spend just on this car, because it's not really going to be my daily driver. But I did think they looked absolutely sick on this car. But aside from those things, like the really kind of luxurious upgrades, there wasn't too much crazy stuff that you could really do to it, aside from the fact that it looks crazy enough just because of its raw size. So, in conclusion, do I recommend you guys go and pick up this car in GTA Online? I would recommend you pick it up if you have the spare income, because to actually convert this to the standard Benny's Motorworks upgrade, it only costs about 335 grand. To get the raised Donk version, it costs 695 grand, which is over twice the amount, which was a little bit pricey. I wasn't expecting it to come in at pretty much 700,000 just to actually make it raised and let you then put all of the other customization on it, which is also extremely expensive. But I guess this is a very cheap car, clocking in at, I believe, about 20 grand. So, I'd very much recommend getting this, but I wouldn't make it your #1 thing to go to. I'd more so recommend the Slam Van as your main thing if you're looking to pick up one, just because it is a lot cheaper, and I'd say it's a bit more fun to drive. This thing is absolutely crazy, it looks amazing, very exceptional, but personally I prefer the Slam Van if I had to pick one of the 2. And that is pretty much it, guys. If you guys did end up enjoying the video, be sure to hit that like button down below, as you guys know that it really does help me out as always. Subscribe for more videos on this update and much more coming very soon. I have a very fun series actually starting on Saturday, which I'm extremely excited to bring to you guys. And finally, follow me on Twitter. There'll be a link in the description down below. You can see more daily GTA 5 real life and graphic design content. Oh, and before I go, actually not finally, leave a comment in the comment section down below telling me your favourite vehicle of this update. Have you tried out the Slam Van? Have you tried out this Cherry Popper faction here. Leave anything like that in the comment section down below, because I haven't had a massive chance to play this update yet, only quite brief for recording. So the people that have been playing it all day, I'd love to hear what your opinions on it are. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys all very much for watching. My name has been Flair,